Misfits and KSI have done it again. JJ is continuing to prove why he is the king when it comes to crossover boxing. Not only is he building onto his own legacy, but he's bringing the community with him. This is why I'm a KSI fan to even begin with. He's never been a liar. He's never been shady. He just wants to prove the people wrong and uplift those around him. I mean, he looked like this at one point, and now he's built like a fucking Greek god. How can you hate on this man? Alright, enough meat riding. Let me cover this event. Idris Virgo versus Anthony Taylor started the card off with a bang. That little Floyd Mayweather wannabe got what he deserved after being a nuisance all of fight week and thinking he deserved the biggest fights in the game. I have never seen someone lose so much but still talk like they could KO God himself. Oh shit. It was a decent scrap with Anthony Taylor hitting the canvas a few times and the fight going to the distance with Virgo pulling off the UD victory. Taylor was clearly outskilled and it showed massively when he gassed himself out so early on. At the end of the day, even though I don't like the dude, I have to commend his attitude no matter the outcome of the fight. When it comes to the fight game, an impenetrable mentality is all you need. Next up, we had Faith Ordway versus Elle Brooke. The only female fight of the card, but boy did it deliver. Elle Brooke might genuinely be able to beat some male crossover boxers. She stands at a menacing 5'2", but good lord does she pack a punch. From start to finish, both ladies wanted that KO ASAP, but Elle Brooke showed why she is here to stay by not only dropping Faith, but finishing her later in the same round. I'ma just say this right now, and I have felt this way for time, but women's combat sports are heavily slept on. Female fighters are fucking dope. Moving on, we had Ryan Taylor versus Swarmz. One jab is all it took Swarmz to stop Ryan Taylor. This ended in the most unexpected fashion, with Ryan Taylor having to throw in the towel due to him not being able to see out of his left eye. This is why you don't play boxing. Even with a jab, when thrown correctly under the right circumstances, can cause some serious damage. At the time of me recording this video, Ryan Taylor has actually confirmed on Twitter that he has a fractured retina, which is genuinely scary when you realize that his corner were so insistent on him continuing the bout. The fight didn't end the way anybody wanted it to, but I'm glad Ryan got out of there when he did, because we obviously want everyone safe and healthy. Black Saitama is real, ladies and gentlemen, and he wants more. Next up, we had the mystery opponent versus B Dave. When I heard the Undertaker theme, I deadass thought we were about to see Mark Calloway make his Misfits debut, but I was pleasantly surprised to see a familiar face when the opponent was finally revealed. Luis Alcaraz Pineda! Vamos! Now, when I tell you I started jumping up and down and screaming like a fat bitch at Mandarin, oh, I really was. Pineda might have genuinely been the best mystery opponent they could have chosen. From the best walkout I've ever seen in my life to him knocking down B Dave and just bullying him for the entirety of the fight, I was thoroughly entertained. Who's cutting onions, man? This shit is beautiful. Pineda scooped up a nice UD victory to start his redemption arc. So what I'm gathering from this is, apparently if you fight KSI, you just become a god, except for Joe Weller. But it's probably in Jake's best interest to lose that fight, now that I think about it. Moving on to low-key, the most anticipated bout of the card. We got Salt motherfucking Papi versus Joshua ass down chin up Brueckner. This man only needed one shot to get the job done, and that was his left straight. You know, looking back at it, it was a little reminiscent of Conor McGregor practicing the shot he landed on Aldo in the dressing room before their fight. Saul Papi showed great boxing ability with his distance control, speed, accuracy, power, and his patience to land the winning blow that got him a KO in the second round. Knowing that Salt Papi is the same height as me and is putting fools out the way he is just gives me this odd sense of confidence in my own accountability. Like I should be the one out there cracking white boys on the skull. I'm getting a little carried away. Outside of the Pauls and KSI, Salt Papi is the one to watch out for, man. He is the definition of there is levels to this game. Moving on to the penultimate bout of the card, we got Slim versus Tom Zanetti. To be honest, I was a little disappointed in Slim's performance. Tom as well. Like don't get me wrong. If Technique knocked on Tom Zanetti's door, I still don't think he gets it. This fight evolved into who wanted it more. Both Slim and Tom were gassed the fuck out, and both were close to touching the canvas on multiple occasions. I actually heard Harvard University has reached out to Tom Zanetti himself to study the anatomy of his chin, cause goddamn that boy can dog it out. Hopefully this fight gave Slim the humbling he needs, because he can't be calling out KSI and barely be able to go 4 rounds with someone like Tom. Okay, while I was doing voiceovers, I just learned that Tom is a DJ, and it all makes sense now. But ladies and gentlemen, we have one more bout to talk about before this video ends. KSI versus FaZe Temperrr. Now, I've been a long-time fan of both KSI and FaZe in general. Like, I've been following them even before the New York house. This fight had me conflicted. Obviously, I got my boy JJ, but you know, I was hoping Temperrr could have landed the temper shot. Now, going into this fight, I actually saw a lot of people thinking that Temperrr was gonna give KSI a harder fight than it was gonna be. I mean, safe to say they were wrong. KSI finally got the proper and scary highlight reel knockout that just shows how much he's improved. Man, that KO had MVP / Wonder Boy written all over it. Feint with the left hand, over the top with the right, while switching to southpaw and landing the left hand clean to send FaZe Temperrr back to the lobby. And to top it off, the walk-off after the final blow? Man, that was straight out of an anime. That was cold as fuck. My favorite part was seeing how salty Jake Paul looked after on Logan's story. That man was pissed. Fuck, that's good. Misfits and KSI are doing it right. Their approach to these stellar events is exactly what a promotion in the crossover boxing space should be doing. Building up their elite roster and showing that KSI isn't the only guy you're there for. I mean, the stadium was actually getting packed even before the main event, and that is something you don't really see a lot. Overall, W event.